let's talk about feel on the guitar, because feel is something that can be misunderstood and very hard to work on. Feel on the guitar is basically the way you sound on the guitar, the way your playing comes out on the guitar. And it's what makes you sound like you as well. Think of it like musical emotion on the guitar. So certain guitar players, you can tell just from hearing them that it is them playing the guitar, just from hearing their feel. Players such as David Gilmour from Pink Floyd, players such as Brian May from Queen, Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin, and even more metal players such as like Zakk Wylde as well. You can tell it's them from the way that they play the guitar, from their feel. So I want to show you something that I use to work on my feel, and my feel still has a lot of work to go, even 20 years almost into my guitar playing life. And the key to developing, in my opinion, feel on the guitar is long tones. So working on holding notes for longer amounts of time as opposed to squeezing in as many notes as possible. This is something I wish I knew a lot sooner. And I also wish I knew how important feel was a lot earlier as well. Because I was all about learning how to play fast for ages, thinking that was the key. So with these long tones, when you're playing them, you want to be holding them in different ways, but have a goal in mind every time you're doing it. So sometimes try holding them for a full bar, or half a bar, or even 2 full bars, and hold them in different ways, such as, believe it or not, with no vibrato at all, with nothing but vibrato, with vibrato halfway through the note that you're playing, with vibrato 3/4 of the way through, with vibrato 1/4 of the way through, and also with different types of vibrato as well, such as narrow vibrato, wide vibrato. And then also work on them with things like bends, like holding a bend, a long tone bend for a long amount of time, or even working your way up on bends, as in very, very slow bends, making them last a long time, so that the scoop on the bend is going like this. But I will speak about bends in another session with regards to feel. But anyway, let's get stuck into it and let me demonstrate to you what I mean and how I kind of practice working on feel. And it's actually quite fun to do it. I'm going to do it with a looper pedal. I'm going to make a little loop now and get started with that. And I feel a looper pedal is just a great way to work on your playing in general. Create a nice, cool little chord rhythm that you like the sound of, and then play with notes within it. But let's get stuck in with long tones to work on your guitar feel, and I hope that it helps. So first of all, I'm going to do long tones. I'm going to make each note last as long as each chord, with small amounts of vibrato towards the end of the note. Now I'm going to do complete with vibrato all the way through. And I'm only going very narrow on the vibrato. But quite fast with it. Now I'll go a bit more wide with the vibrato. Try doing the vibrato in different spots. Sometimes let the note just hang for a bit before you vibrato. So. Now I'll do half time or double time. And you're basically just playing with different spots for that vibrato. Sometimes don't use the vibrato, just let the note hold out. And sometimes completely vibrato, sometimes hold the note for long vibrato near the end on a certain beat, and sometimes vibrato a bit earlier, hold the note for one beat and vibrato for the rest of it. But play around with the vibrato and definitely work on the long tones, because that is one of the true keys to feel. The majority of feel in playing comes from the notes that you hold, not the notes that you're flurrying with and passing with fast. So that's how I work on my guitar feel personally, and there's still plenty to go, but I keep it as simple and as straightforward as possible. The foundations is essential, in my opinion, so the building blocks is essential. So I'll try and steer away from speed when I'm working on musical feel in particular, and work on long tones and vibrato. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments section below. And if you could like and subscribe to my channel, that would be amazing.